friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolyn if you're new here, and in today's video I wanted to talk about 5 underrated movies on Netflix. So if you don't know, I love movies. Like, I'm obsessed. It's pretty much like one of my hobbies. I can rewatch them all the time, and I know people are like, oh my gosh, but movies are so long. Movies are just so entertaining. I feel like I do movies better than series, because for series I'm like, this is dragging on so long, and like they also have like filler episodes, you know? But anyways, let's jump right into it. So I wanted to start at like the bottom and then work my way up to like my top underrated movie. And at number 5 we have Morning Glory. Becky Fuller, who is played by Rachel McAdams, is hired as a producer on this daytime show called Daybreak, and she's basically supposed to like help turn it around. And the reason why I really like this show is because like I love movies that have so much like girl power in them. She tries to bring in this like legendary anchorman. Honestly, it's just really interesting. Like, it just goes to show that you can do anything you put your mind to. I would highly recommend it. It's just really inspirational in my opinion. Number 4 is 1,000 Words, and the main character is called Jack McCall, who is played by Eddie Murphy. And basically the story is Jack, he's like a literary agent, and he talks very quickly. And he's always trying to get things like done very quickly. Like, he doesn't read the books that he actually sells, but somehow closes deals, which I kind of don't understand. He basically tries to go to like this new age doctor and try to like get him to sign a book deal with him. And then when he gets to like his, I guess it's like a temple of some sort, like he basically gets him to say yes, but then like he gets like a splinter from like one of these trees that he leans his hands on. And then like one day the tree just like appears at his own house, and every word that he says, he loses a leaf. So like if he says like sorry, like one leaf falls from the tree. The new age doctor guy is basically like, when all the leaves fall off the tree, like you'll pretty much die. He's trying to like figure out how to conserve his words because he talks so fast. And I just thought it was really interesting because I'm like, oh my gosh, if my life was based on that, that would be very hard. He tried to write things down too, and it's counted as words. I don't know, like, can you text anybody? Like, you just have to use like hand motions. The story was really interesting. I just like haven't seen a movie like that before, so I would say that's super underrated. Number 3, which I watched a long time ago, which is called Hugo. Hugo is a little boy who works at this train station in Paris in the 1930s. Hugo is played by Asa Butterfield, and he helps fix the clock at the train station. He's also trying to work on like his own automation that was left behind by his father, and he has like a journal, and he's trying to figure out all these clues and everything to figure out how to get the automation to work, because he's like really dead set on trying to get this automation to work. There's like a toy merchant who works at the train station, and he realizes that like Hugo has been stealing his parts to help fix his dad's automation. And then the goddaughter of that toy merchant is played by Chloe Grace Moretz, and she basically teams up with Hugo to figure out how to fix like the automation. It's like this really interesting adventure. I remember I read a book in elementary school about this, and it was just all pictures. It was really weird. I was like, well, I guess this is gonna be like the easiest book I ever read. Just watch the movie. It's so good. So number 2 is Tiger Tail. Sun Ma plays the main character in this movie. He is a Taiwanese factory worker, and then he leaves his family to go to America, and it's like a whole immigrant kind of story, but he goes to America with this girl that he doesn't really love, and it's kind of like an arranged marriage because he wants to bring his mom, who's in Taiwan, over to America to give them like a better life and everything. But it ends up being a very like unhappy arranged marriage, which is really unfortunate. It was just like really sad because like the dad has like a really bad relationship with his daughter. Like it was just really sad to see like such an unhappy marriage. And like when he was younger, he was in love with this girl, but he like couldn't be with her because like she was just so much richer than him, and like they just weren't on the same level. Like he was like a factory worker, she was like very well off, and so they just could never be together. I just cried. It was a lot of crying. That's all I gotta say. My number 1 movie that's super underrated is Klaus. Oh my gosh, Klaus was so good. I remember watching the trailer for it and I was like, oh, this is just like a nice kids movie. Like, it's just like a little animated. No, I was crying. It was just such a beautiful story. There's a guy named Jesper. He's like a very like lazy, spoiled son of the Postmaster General. I'm like reading all these descriptions off Wikipedia, so please don't come after me because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But he was trying to flunk out of like the Postman Academy, but then he was sent by his father to the distant town of Smearensburg, and he has to deliver 6,000 letters, otherwise like he'll get cut off from his family's income. He works with this guy named Klaus to deliver toys to children, and within the town itself they have like a rivalry, so bringing toys to these children is actually bringing them together and making like less fights and all that stuff. But there's like a whole story behind it of like Klaus and like why he's there and like why he makes toys. I will link all the movie trailers in the description box below if you want to go check them out. Since the holiday season is coming up, I think I might do another video of like the best holiday movies on Netflix or Hulu. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!